So we started recording. Hello.
Hey, Brian. Good. Thanks for the recording.
Everybody ready? We're going to call the meeting to order. We'll open the floor after the meeting. So we ask that everybody refrain from asking questions until we're completed. 8:16, it is 7:01. 7:01? Roll call. Everybody's in attendance. And we need two motions on two sets of minutes, October 22nd, and then another motion for the October 27th meeting minutes.
A motion for the 22nd of October to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
And also motion for the October 27th minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Both here. Motion carried. Wanda, financial report, please.
Okay, so we have our financial report for October. The income for the month was $146,296.28. We had expenses for the month of $156,771.32. Our loss variance was $10,475.04. Our capital contribution income collected shows we collected on 13 sales in October. We currently have 42 homes over 90 days that are late. 12 months ago, we had 64 delinquents, and a year before that, we had 80 delinquents. The continued decline in our HO accounts, our delinquent accounts, says that our HOA is becoming more solvent, and solvent meaning that we're able to pay all our just debts. Our accounts receivables have also declined by 30% in 1 year. This is a good and positive, great indicator that our community is evolving, it's growing, and it's stabilizing financially. Our financial stability is dependent on our reserve funds, and that is why we are stable. If a catastrophe occurs, nobody wants a special assessment, and we've seen that. These reserve funds will be used to resurface
We've never had a
streets,
special
to
assessment
repair, resurface our tennis
in
and
history.
basketball courts, and any and all emergencies that can or may occur. We may need a new well. We only have one for this entire property. Just saying. So many things can occur. In closing, we have the necessary reserve fund to adequately protect our community. Our reserve fund stand today so that there's no confusion. Year-to-date balance is $1,043,293.12. That is a fact. Thank you.
From last year's financials.
President's report. I'd just like to remind everybody that the annual meeting will be December 10th,
No.
7 o'clock at the clubhouse. Candidates night will be December 3rd. So we do encourage everybody to come to candidates night, meet your candidates that are running for the board of directors so that you're able to make your decisions on who you'd like to vote for. In addition to that, I'm just going to touch base real quickly on, there was a little issue, and I know that there's some people here that disagree with the email that Christine had sent out, but I'll just basically touch topic a little bit on it. There were several calls and emails to the office where homeowners were very confused in that they thought that that was the official documentation from the HOA. And considering that there was a header taken from the Palm Beach Plantation website and placed on the documentation, it confused homeowners. So Christine felt it necessary, and the board agreed that it was not the official documentation from the HOA. However, everybody has a right to go out and solicit their candidacy and try to solicit votes, no doubt about that. And we all have a common goal, we want a good board of directors, et cetera. And you need, and if you're running for the board, you need to project what you're running for, you know, what your interests are in the community, et cetera. However, the representation that went out there was just a little bit misleading. You have every right to go out there and propose which candidates you're running with, et cetera. But again, as a board of directors, it's our responsibility to the homeowners to express to them when it's something that was put out by the community HOA and when it was not. So, and because of the confusion that Christine had to entail this week over people calling and saying, why aren't you sending more info? We don't understand this, etc. It was just a little bit of confusion there. So that is why the email went out. Again, everybody has a right to walk the canvas of the community, stand for your platform. But the goal of the community is to have a board of directors that operates in the right fashion, whoever it is. And I think everybody has the right to place their vote. To simplify the process, and this is something we've always done, is when the annual mailing goes out, and it's going out this week, I think, was it mailed today or tomorrow? It's going out tomorrow. It's going out tomorrow. Okay, in the package will be the proxy, along with a ballot, and then there'll be self-addressed stamped envelopes. So we do that every year for ease, so that if you cannot make it to a meeting, all you do is simply fill out your ballot, put it in the envelope, and you mail it. It's that simple. So we do try to make it as easy as possible for the homeowners and try to create as least confusion as possible. So again, candidate night is coming up. I would encourage everybody to come to candidates night and meet the candidates that are running for the board. The election is coming thereafter. If you cannot make it to the meeting, simply mail in your proxy with your votes on it. You have a right to vote, and I personally think everybody should vote their mind. I mean, whoever the candidates are. It's your position if you want to give your proxy and let somebody vote for you, but I don't understand why you want to do that. It's your right as a homeowner. Vote your mind and send your proxy in. Or come to the meeting and vote, either way. And another thing I'd just like to state is that, you know, I think everybody here has the same common goal. We all want what's best for the community. We all have a vested interest in the community. So regardless of who is the board of directors, we want them to succeed because we all live here. So, you know, I think there is a common goal here. But I just think that we need to be adults about it. We need to do it in a professional manner. And that's just simply put my opinion on that. So I'm not going to waste any more time on that. We're going to move on so we can open the door. I'm sure we have questions, etc. We're going to move into Christine, the manager's report, please.
Report is, we had 11 irrigation this month, and 2 was for local. Landscape, there were 10 work orders, 9 are for open. Maintenance 4, but no, not open. Fertilization and fertilization is 3 open, and there were 3 and 2 is still open. And then we did the leases. We have 4 leases and 3 sales, and we've had 255 website sign-ups. Today? Today.
No, total.
255, yeah, today. Today. Yeah, so that's how many, not today. That's how many we reached, which is just, sorry.
Does anybody have any questions for Christine? Okay. Russ, architectural review.
You are received 15 applications this month, and we approved 10 of them. We're waiting for some additional information from 6 property owners. We have 1 application that is still under review. We have received a total of 100 applications so far this year, and there have been 72 completed applications. Actually, the paint schemes are just about finished. I've got the books for final review, and they will be completed by the end of this week.
Is it sure what?
No, it's not. Thank you more.
They're adding, was it 23?
It's about 23, 24 additional new
Additional
schemes.
color schemes. So
what we did is we actually converted the Sherwin-Williams colors over the Benjamin Moore colors. And we grandfathered some of the older schemes that weren't really being used in the community. Again, if we've got an older scheme, we want to paint house the same color.
Lori, I asked about you showing waivers, so it's gonna be, you know, I don't know any that use Benjamin Moore, that's gonna be an issue.
A lot of contractors do Benjamin Moore. But as long as the colors match, we can't close anybody who uses a specific scheme. We recommend on that.
We're gonna swatch it closer together.
And they initially reached out to Sherwin-Williams, but they had a little difficult time getting a cooperation with them, so. And I also want to mention that Benjamin Moore will offer a discount for Plantation residents that purchase, which was a benefit.
We'll get all that information together, we'll get the last percentage.
Thank you, Russ. Matt, Association Homes and Clubhouse Rentals?
Clubhouse rentals this month, we have already $900, which is 3 rentals, and to date, yearly is $11,000. And association homes, $4,900 this month, and $44,000 as a total of the year, $44,100.
Okay, any questions for Matt? Landscape, I don't know if your landscape maintenance contract, however, that has not thoroughly been reviewed yet. We should have that ready, I would say probably by the end of the week, so I'll just email it out to everybody. It's basically the same contract, so we're just amending, updating some stuff, so we'll send that out to the board when that's ready. The landscape committee, met on Monday, and, we are very pleased that we have Palm Beach Broward in attendance. Palm Beach Broward will be attending each landscape meeting moving forward, so it was nice to have the representation there and have some guidance, etc. So, basically a little recap. We went over the plans for the Greenwood Manor Park because we had the budget awarded last month. So, the plans came in for the removal of the plant material and mulch, and then installation of new plant material and trees came out to roughly $5,500. So that will be commencing first or second week in December. They have some obligations that they need to meet for the month of November, and then they'll be in. We're hoping to have it the first week of December, but not guaranteed. They said by mid-December, so hopefully that will be done before year's end. We did discuss entry, re-landscaping, a lot of enhancement that we want to work on moving forward with the new vendor. The cul-de-sacs, miscellaneous landscapes, you know, obviously we got to come up with a priority listing, etc. What they're going to do for the next landscape meeting, which will be December 15th, they're going to put some general ideas together on some of the cul-de-sacs and trees and give us some rough ideas of what we can do, maybe some rough budget numbers. So when we move into January and they're actually on site, we can start listing out the projects. What they're going to do in January is they're going to perform a full property review and then come back with an assessment of the property, so we can start kind of systematically working through the areas on a priority basis. So that will be forthcoming the first of the year. But again, we'll be meeting again in December and kind of go over a preliminary plan. The landscape committee is going to be working on a maintenance guideline, like a quick reference guide for the residents. And this will be something that the residents, we can hand out, we can have online, where they know what their responsibilities are, what the vendor's responsibilities are, just some good, useful information for the residents. Palm Beach Broward will be at the annual meeting. We asked if they would come as a special guest because generally speaking is when we have the most people or most residents in attendance is at the annual meeting. So this will give them the opportunity to address everybody, let them know what the plan of action is, allow the residents opportunity to ask questions, concerns, etc. So we will have them at the meeting, probably on the top of the agenda. And what else do we go over? I think that was pretty much it for the landscape meeting. We had a couple new members that joined of late submitted, their guidelines. I'll give this to Christine and I'll email it to the board. This is something that we'll have to put on the webpage. They have their own guidelines, how they accept work orders, any damage to homeowners, how everything's handled. So this is a really good sheet for quick reference for the residents as well as knowing how to handle an issue. Anything that's scheduled, not scheduled, what they're responsible for, what the homeowner's responsible for. So that will go along with their contract as well and be available. And the mulch is still underway, correct? It's not completed yet. It didn't look like it, okay. The annuals will be going in thereafter. Do we have a choice on the plan yet from the nursery? What's available? Or no?
This is the last thing I'm doing.
Right, okay, so if you can just shoot an email out to the landscape committee, that's a good idea. Because it depends on what the nurseries have available too this time of year. Okay, and I think, that's it, do we have any questions for landscape?
I have a question about the spray. If they put the signs out for the animals to stay out, the kids to stay out, how long are you supposed to stay
That's
out?
usually 24 till it dries.
I asked this question today, and I said, an hour is no way. I said, this is dry, it's not, just breathe, it's not poison.
They say if it's dry, I usually say 24 hours, but as long as it's dry, it's not supposed to. If you're, the big concern is smaller animals.
Well, actually, I answered that, if I'm
Yeah.
sure.
My rule of thumb is usually give it a day.
If anybody needs the sheet of what the
Yeah.
chemical ingredients are.
MSDS sheets, they should have all that on file. Any chemical components that are used, you should have all MSDS sheets on file.
The other question, do you think they'll have the animals in before Thanksgiving? Is it possible to push that and get it?
I'm hoping we do. That was the plan initially, so Christine wanted to follow up.
Yeah, for this week, the definition might be, we'll get it next week. Next week is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. They don't work. But we did the white ones, we were waiting for that to be last.
We did pentas.
Yeah, they were
No,
fine.
the purple candles that we put in.
Well, those are the purple pentas, but we did pentas once before as well. They seem to last so long.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay. Anybody else? All right, we'll move on. Communications, Alina?
Just to say that they will be adding to the clubhouse rental agreement about the media, the use of the media is going to be available to people who rent the clubhouse. We do have the wireless keyboard and mouse that you can use, along with this little wireless device that you can bring to the PC if you like. We also have two HDMI things back here that you can plug in if you don't need to. If it's something like you just put in a picture show or something, you can just put your computer up on the table here and hook it up with HDMI, let that go. But we need a procedure for that, so that's, there are a couple forms this time, so we're working to sign out and sign back in again.
I forgot I was reading that. Did it say how much it would be in the event they lost or damaged it?
Yeah, not as, well, it's not a specific amount, but they have to replace it.
Right.
It is a standard that they have to replace it.
Yeah, I know that. I was wondering, should we
They
put it
won't
on
get
right
that
now?
security deposit until it is replaced. Yeah, but the purpose, that's why the purpose of the sign out is so that this side is signing out, here's the equipment I gave you.
Right.
And the other side is agreeing to that.
I
And
understand.
same thing in terms of returning it. It's also stated that, for example, if you were to sign it out on Friday night, there's nobody, sign it out, and then you're going to use it on Saturday night, and it's not working, then you're supposed to go to Oregon or immediately. They're trying to figure out how to do this without somebody being there all the time. It's difficult, so that's the real thing.
Thank you, Anita. Do we have any questions? We're going to move on to the old business. The fountains, the water report fountains are still in the permitting process.